Hey guys, what's going on? So I'm watching EA's press conference for E3 2019, and they just showed 15 minutes of uncut footage for their upcoming Star Wars game from Respawn, which is Jedi Fallen Order. And I wanted to give my thoughts on this because this wasn't necessarily a game that was on my radar. I haven't talked about it on my channel, but this gameplay actually really sold me, and I'm really excited to play the game. First of all, let me give my two sort of critiques with what I saw before I jump into all my positives, because they really did sell me on this. So my first minor critique is how the faces looked. First of all, I think that they're modeled sort of cartoony in comparison to the rest of the world, and I felt like a lot of the animation in the faces looked kind of unconvincing, which again, the rest of the gameplay didn't have this problem at all. I think that the world looks great. I think that the graphics look great. The cinematic look of the camera looked really good. But my other issue is that I felt like some of the level design, and this was very minimal. There were really only about 2 rooms that I could point this on, but I felt like there were a few areas in the map that felt a bit too linear. And again, I'm all for linear games, but at the same time, I don't like when I'm playing a game and it feels like you're just doing what the game wants. I still like feeling like I can explore a little bit, and I don't know that that's really going to be the style of this game, which is fine. But again, if I'm giving critiques, those are really the only two that I have, because the rest of the trailer looks really, really good. Like I said, it sort of feels like a spiritual successor to Star Wars The Force Unleashed. The Force abilities look phenomenal. From Force Pull to Force Push, it looked a lot like The Force Unleashed, in my opinion, which again is a good thing because The Force Unleashed has a lot of really cool Force mechanics, so I'm happy to see some of those make a return. Also, I do really like how the graphics in the world look. I think that everything looked really good, really polished, so I'm excited to play around in these worlds. I think that the enemy types were varied, and that was really cool. It was nice to not just see a horde of stormtroopers running at our character, but to have 3 or 4 different enemy types in the map. I thought that looked really good. There were different ways to defeat them. There were different ways that they attacked you. And so that adds sort of some difficulty to combat, and you could really see that reflected in the gameplay, which I think is really good. I liked how it looked somewhat difficult, and I'm excited to play this game with everything that I saw. But also with the lightsaber mechanics of combat, they look really interesting and really cool, so I'm excited to see what can happen with those. And let me talk about what surprised me the very most in the gameplay, which was the platforming mechanics. So I was sort of caught off guard from the very beginning, because one of the first things that they do in the gameplay is jump and start wall running. And like they wall run, jump to another wall, keep wall running. And it looks a lot like Prince of Persia, actually, which is a game that I've been saying Ubisoft should show at E3. I don't think they will, but honestly, a lot of the wall running mechanics looked kind of Prince of Persia-like to me, which I think is cool. I liked how you could jump onto vines and swing around on them. I liked how there was a swimming mechanic. Again, I think that this looks like a really polished and cool game, and I'm excited to see more of it. They really did sell me on it. I do have a few things that I think could be polished up a little bit more, but let me know in the comments below what you guys thought. Did you think that this was a really good gameplay, or did you think it was just alright? But anyways, thanks you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.